Way to go, Tic Tac!
That's how you punch.
Wakanda forever!
Nah, you wouldn't have heard of me.
Let me put you on hold.
Dance off, bro! He's a friend from work!
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
What up, guys? It's Dom, and welcome back to another TV show review. Today we are going over and ranking What If Season 1. So I just overall love the concept of the What If TV show. I mean, it's all about the multiverse and how every universe that exists, which there are infinity of, can all be different even by one slight change. And that one slight change can also change everything. I mean, realistically, someone could step on a butterfly and a million different variations of that thing could happen. And that's why, to me, it's interesting. I love being able to experience that and kind of see what that could look like on the screen, whether it's a TV show or a movie. I just always love seeing that kind of concept. So this show hits right home for me. But overall, let's go over why I think it is a pretty good show with the 7 essential aspects of a TV show. The first essential aspect is plot. So I like the way that they framed the plot of this show, or at least season 1. Every episode is something different, which I like because every episode goes over a different universe. So you get to see someone else from a different universe going through different things. Every single episode is never going to be the same. It's never going to get stale. It's always going to be something new and different that you can experience for the first time, which I really like. However, I don't think the way that they made the finale and how they connected all the universes, to me, I didn't really like that. I would have more enjoyed if, let's say, for the entire 7-8 episodes that season 1 had, it was literally a different universe in every single one. And even if they never connected, I still would have enjoyed it. I kind of liked more of the stories of each universe that each episode is. I preferred that. Obviously, it makes more sense cinematically to have that plot really connect in the end and have everyone that you've already been watching for so many episodes kind of come together to do this or that. I understand that. I personally just would have enjoyed it more if it was less of, hey, all these people from different universes now know about each other and all this to complete this task. I would have just preferred episode 1 is this universe, episode 2 is this universe, episode 3 is this universe, and so on and so forth, and there never really being a combination. Maybe for a finale there could be something that kind of intertwines between multiple realities, but I don't want it to be, hey, this is now a multiversal problem, because that's what it was. That was obvious that would happen. I just, again, wish that it didn't do that and everything was more separated. The second essential aspect is attraction. So obviously, as I said in the intro, I am a big fan of this concept. I really love the multiverse and everything about it. So yeah, this one is attractive to me by far. And I feel like anyone that has watched any of the Marvel movies will enjoy this because it is realities that are branched off of that main one. So it's things in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that have changed to create this. So that in general is why I think most people would find this interesting if they've seen the Marvel movies. If they haven't and they kind of just jumped into this, it's definitely still enjoyable. The animation style is really good. So overall, still a good TV show. It's just, it won't be amazing unless you've previously watched the Marvel movies. The third essential aspect is dialogue. So as much as I do really love this show, the dialogue is the one thing that not necessarily disappoints, but I have gripes with in general, is it's way too goofy. I understand it's a TV show. It's not a main movie. It's not supposed to have this drama and dramatic effect. But yeah, I just think it's way too goofy. I mean, there is situations where they show the thing from show the scene from the movie, change it slightly to make it more goofy, and then the whole show is just, I don't know if it's because they're trying to make it kid friendly or just extra comedic, but it did not need to be. I feel like if they just kept the mainstream story the same kind of theme that most of Marvel, or the beginning stages of Marvel, really were going with, and made it more somewhat serious, and the whole part of that they're focusing on should be on how can we change this multiverse to make it more interesting or more engaging in general with the audience. If they focused more on that instead of the comedic factor they were trying to spring onto every single conversation, that would have been better in my eyes. I just think they were doing way too much with it. The fourth essential aspect is acting. So obviously this is animated, so it's voice acting, and yes, dialogue does come into fruition with that. However, I just believe that the main problems I had with dialogue were with the writing, not with the actual voice actors themselves, because everyone did a good job, especially since they chose voice actors that played the same role in the main Marvel Cinematic Universe, so you're already familiar with their voices, familiar with the characters, so it just made it more realistic. But even without that, Jeffrey Wright, who played the Watcher, he was the main narrator of the multiverse, of seeing every single thing that happens and telling these stories to us, the audience. And I think his voice was chosen very, very well. I think the kind of voice, the tone that he uses does scream like narration to me. Like his voice was made to literally narrate the story, and he did it in a really, really good way where it engages the audience more with it, trying to figure out more of what's going on in this universe. This guy sees everything. Oh, let's expand on this. Let's expand on this. So I think that his voice selection was really, really good, and he is the most memorable voice besides the actual other MCU actors that I'm already used to their voice. His voice was the most memorable out of the bunch. The fifth essential aspect is cinematography. So overall, I feel like the show did have good cinematography. When it came to the emotional side, there wasn't any parts that really screamed emotion to me. I mean, there were some, but it wasn't like that's what they were going for. They were going to make this incredible story and showing you how these different worlds work. And yes, there were some sad moments, some angry, there was a lot of emotion, but that wasn't their goal. So I feel like they didn't put as much effort into that compared to the visuals, which the animation style was really, really good. I loved the slick animation. It made it almost fresh. Like I feel like I haven't seen any animation styles like that before. Now, yes, it's obviously similar. All animations are somewhat similar, but this one, I liked the slick design. I liked that they kept it not super cartoony, but also not overly realistic. They had it right in that sweet spot. So I think for cinematography, yes, it looks really good. And when it came to the emotional side, if it had more chances, maybe it would have gotten that too. The sixth essential aspect is soundtrack. So the soundtrack is just like any other Marvel movie soundtrack. I mean, it has action sounds, it has suspense, it has everything that it needs to make the movie not just quiet. However, the soundtrack in general, I personally don't see it as being too memorable. It doesn't even have like a real main theme. It has like a narration done by the Watcher, which I do enjoy. I do like how that is, but it doesn't have any main theme where I remember the intro music to this TV show forever. No, it didn't have any of that. So soundtrack, it did what it really needed to do, but it's definitely not memorable. And the seventh essential aspect is time. I do think season 1 will stand the test of time, especially for people that love Marvel. I mean, if you love Marvel, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to probably rewatch at least season 1 of What If, simply because it's good and it's with characters that you know, it's universes that are brand new to you, and it's just a good time overall watching. If you're not a really big Marvel person, you probably won't enjoy it as much. You might not rewatch it, but I still do suggest that you watch it at least the once, because to me, it is entertaining. It is good. I like it, even as if I didn't like Marvel as much, I feel like I still would enjoy the show. So I do think season 1 stands the test of time. For the whole show overall, I mean, we'll see once I get through season 2 and 3. Now, onto the rating. So I think I'm going to give season 1 like a 75 to an 80. I mean, it's good. The only problems I have are really with some of the writing and just the way that the show was brought towards the finale. And it's still good. It's still very entertaining. There's nothing really too wrong with it. It's just me really getting nitpicky and choosing things that I really would rather get changed that are still good, but I just thought this would be better. So it's not terrible. So any 75 to an 80 is above average. I think it's still pretty good. It's definitely rewatchable, definitely watchable. So yeah, I think a 75, 80, right in that upper above average spot is where it belongs. And finally, the rankings. So individually, it's going to be first. It's the only season I've done thus far. So until I get through the other two, it's going to stay in that first position. And in all time, it's going to be third, above Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 1 and below Blue Mountain State Season 1 through 3. Now, obviously, I'm not going to put it above BMS. I mean, it has a full TV show. All 3 seasons have way more to offer than just the first season of What If. Even though, sure, the plot isn't as amazing in Blue Mountain State, overall, it just gives you more. I mean, there's 3 seasons of some really, really good show. So yeah, I can't see myself putting it above it. And I do think that comparing it to the one season of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, I think What If is better. I think the plot is a little bit better in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. However, What If does give you more. It has all these different multiverses. It has way more characters, way different animation style, both which are spectacular. The Spider-Man one and the What If one. I love both those animation styles. I just think that the main story and concept especially has a lot more in What If than Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So to me, that was also an easy choice. If, let's say, I'm done with all 3 seasons and Spider-Man has a second season and it's really good, that might push it above the whole show. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But for now, I do think it belongs to third. That's all I have for What If Season 1. If you guys enjoyed this review, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And make sure to comment what movie or TV show you want me to review next. If you want to see someone that does something very similar, he just doesn't do TV shows like I do, check out my best friend, Mr. Majoritarian. He does the movie reviews just like I did with the 10 essential aspects, the rankings, the ratings, except he has 2 all-time lists going on, one for cinematography and one for entertainment. So if you think that's something that you might enjoy, check him out. His link will always be in my description. And I hope you guys have an amazing night. Peace out.